What's up, cannabis growers? My name is Dylan and welcome back for another episode of GreenBox Grown. So today I've got the mini indoor starter kit from the GreenBox Grown website here with me. And I'm gonna be showing you guys how to put it together and how to set it up in your house. I'll be growing in my bedroom, so that is where I'm setting up my tent. And I've also have a few items here I've added that aren't normally included in the starter kit itself. So just a heads up on that. From this video, I'm hoping to show you guys how easy it is to set up your indoor cannabis grow tent and how it requires very little space. Before we get started, I'd also like to mention we have a 24/7 grow hotline which you can text into with pictures and any questions about your cannabis plants, and one of our growing experts will respond as soon as possible with an answer to help you out. And the number that you'll need to text is down below in the description, so be sure to check that out after the video. All right, let's get started by checking out all of the equipment I'll be using with this tent. All right, so here we are with all the supplies laid out that I'm gonna be using for this grow. And I guess I'll just start off going from left to right. So you see I've got the fans here, got two of them. This one will be oscillating and then this one will be hanging up high, blowing air for the top part of the plants. I've got the heater here, dehumidifier. These two are optional and really just depend on time of year and where you live. Obviously, you know, your local weather conditions. I've got thermostat with the humidity reader on it, so you can always monitor those two things. We've got the cords, extension cords, and just a splitter for multiple outlets. And then of course, the grow light. And with the mini starter kit, which most of these supplies that come in, we give the 300 watt Mars Hydro. And that's really just recommended for if you're gonna grow like one small to medium sized plant. If you want to be growing larger stuff, we recommend starting with the 600 watt Mars Hydro for every 1 to 2 plants indoors. Got the bungies, which are great for hanging the lights from because you can adjust them. And then I've got the light timer. I have two different ones here. This one I can actually control wirelessly from an app on my smartphone. And then this is just the digital one that you set. This one isn't really necessary for the indoor grow. This is just better for if you're growing in a greenhouse. If it's like foggy, you can flip on the lights really easily and that kind of thing. Indoors, obviously, that's not gonna change. And then I've got the seeds I'm gonna be using. And these are the Ministry of Cannabis Autoflower Blue Amnesia seeds. I got 5 of them here. And the ministry hooked it up, sent me these for free, which is great. I've got my nutrients kit here, which this isn't actually the one I'll be using. This is just actually a kit I've been testing out. The ones that normally come with this are the General Organics Go box, and we also have a few other options. And then I've got my seed starting stuff. So I've got my solo cups, which I'll be growing them in after they sprout out of these rooters. And I'll also be starting them off inside this humidity dome. And then of course we've got the mini tent, which is 2 feet by 4 feet. And then I think it's about 4 or 5 feet tall. I've got the pots that I'll be growing in. These aren't actually the ones I'll be using. I'll be using smart pots, but they'll be 2 gallons instead of these 3. And then I've got, these gates are great. They're little screens that just keep the pots off the ground so they can drain properly. Really cheap, you get them at the local Home Depot. So there you have all the supplies that you need, and now I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to set up the tent itself. Also, I almost forgot, so this is the area where I'll be putting the tent. It's gonna go right there next to my little bed stand up against the wall. And so you can see, I mean, it's gonna barely take up any space in my bedroom. And it's really only 2 feet deep, so it's not gonna be sticking out that far either. now the tent is completely set up. You can see it fits perfectly right in this little corner of my room. And you can see I have, both the pots and the humidity dome in here, but obviously there'd only be one in here at a time, so that's why it's kind of cramped in here. And you can see if you're growing autoflowers, you could definitely fit, 6 in here, maybe like 5. They're gonna be cramped, but you could get it done with enough lighting. So these little tents can give you a pretty good yield if you set them up properly. But anyways, you'll see I got my fan hanging up here for the upper part of the tent. My lower oscillating fan down here. Got the 2 pots and they're on the grate for proper drainage out of the bottom. And then I've also got the thermometer humidity reader back there. And I like to keep it lower just because that's where the plants are. Got my humidity dome all set up over here. The light hanging, and I'd probably have it raised higher using the bungee cords, but right now I'm just showing you as an example. But yeah, that is pretty much all you need to know about setting up the mini indoor grow tent. Of course, once you're at this point, you're ready to start your grow. If you're starting from clones, then I would recommend going to greenboxgrow.com and watching the starting from clone video under the videos tab. And if you're going to be starting from seed, then I recommend checking out our starting from seed video series. And I'll go through the whole germination and seedling process for you. All right, folks, there is exactly how you set up your mini cannabis grow room. Once you've completed this video and your tent is all set up, you're ready to germinate your seeds and begin your grow. At that point, just head over to the GreenBox Grown website and watch the Starting from Seed series under the Videos tab. Don't forget to check out our starter kits, as we have several different sizes and greenhouse versions as well. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to comment below with your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to turn on the notifications for updates on my latest grows. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, happy growing.